However, another lawyer, Vincent Chukwu, said the Martin Amihula-led assembly lacked the legal right to issue any disclaimer.
What we have to say about that, if an order, directive, is flowing from a person who does not have the authority to do so, that order, directive, or injunction or sanction amounts to a nullity. That is, they are not, in the eyes of the law, the veritable members of the Rivers State House of Assembly, and as such, they are not in a position to issue any order, directive, or to nullify anything done because they do not have the power.
Mr. Chukwu also spoke further about the defection case in court.
The issue of defection has not been properly decided, even decided by the Justice Omotosho's judgment. That issue has not come before Justice Omotosho in a proper sense. That matter now is before the Federal High Court. It's being determined and is before Justice Obile. So that matter has not been decided, the issue of that defection. But however, defection as it were is automatic upon your cross-carpeting on the floor of the executive chambers of the House of Assembly. They are deemed to have defected and lost their seat.
Meanwhile, the Initiative for Transparent Strategy and Good Leadership has issued a one-week ultimatum to Governor Siminalayi Fubara to evict members of the Martin Amihula-led House of Assembly from the Assembly complex. The president of the group, Chiziayi, at a media briefing in Port Harcourt, claimed that Martin Amihula and 26 others are occupying the complex illegally, insisting they are no longer members of the Assembly based on their alleged defection to the APC. He warned that the group will take legal action against the Rivers State governor if he fails to comply after the ultimatum expires.
As members of the Initiative for Transparent Strategy and Good Leadership, we are not comfortable with the actions of the Rivers State government by allowing the former members of the Rivers State House of Assembly led by Martin Amihula to continue to occupy the properties of the State Assembly. Hence, we are giving the government and governor of Rivers State, Siminalayi Fubara, 1 week ultimatum to immediately vacate the illegal occupants of Assembly properties or face legal action. The matter before Justice Omotosho was not on the legitimacy of Martin Amihula and others as members of the Rivers State House of Assembly.
He also criticized members of the National Assembly from Rivers State who recently visited the Martin Amihula-led Rivers State House of Assembly.
Most recently, they abandoned Abuja, the area of their primary responsibility or assignment, and visited the former Speaker of Rivers State House of Assembly, Martin Amihula, his friends, and immediately held a press briefing in protest against the governor and government of Rivers State. One would have expected on their return from Abuja, they would have joined well-meaning Rivers men and women to call for peace. Instead, they elected the uncouth path of stoking further political crisis in the state by their unbridled solidarity to Martin Amihula and his co-traveler. Instead of them to key into the reason they were elected, they have resorted to work against those who elected them as their representative. No wonder they have not attracted any development.
Now, elsewhere, in a bid to meet the pressure of market demand and guarantee a business boom, some farmers in the Aceh local government area of Rivers State say they add detergent to fufu processing. Fufu is a staple meal widely enjoyed across Nigeria. In an interview, our correspondent a farmer in Isu community, Josephine Eke, said the uprooted cassavas, when peeled and cut into smaller pieces, are washed and soaked in water for several days to soften and ferment. Mrs. Eke explained that the cassavas soaked with detergent get softened within 2 or 4 days, whereas the naturally processed ones soak up to 8 days before being sieved to remove fibers.
Some, when you put it like that, it will melt without putting anything. You get some, when you will put it will not melt. You will put detergent, the foam will rise. It will make it to soak in the next 2 or 3 days. The one, it did not put detergent, it will not get foam. It will not melt well. The one that did not melt, when you bring them out, then they call engine. Engine will grind it. When the engine grind it, if you put them inside butter without putting anything, when it stay like 4 days, you filter them back and put it back and sell it.
Well, another farmer, Chinyere Emeka, said the soil type for planting Cassava stem species also contribute to the reason why they soak with detergent.
In olden days, they don't put like that. But now, due to the land and burn the cassava, that is why you add detergent so that the lolo you make fine. Lolo is in market every time. So if you add detergent, some will say 3 days, some will say 4 days it will melt.
Cassava stem, we have wajeri, we have wanko, we have abakawore, and we have white. Those cassava stems, some when you filter the lolo they rise well. Both the brightness very neat. So other ones no they like that.
A similar report by the Punch newspaper showed that farmers in the southwest region also practice this. Now, earlier, popular content creator Aproko Doctor warned of the dangers of eating such fufu. The medical doctor, whose real name is Chinonso Egemba, said in his video that these chemicals, when ingested, pose serious health risks, including damage to vital organs like the liver, lungs, and intestines.
People go ahead and add bar soap. Some people alum. Some people bleach.
Oh my God.
The moment you add all these things that I just mentioned to fufu, it's no longer fufu you are eating, no, it's poison. Because these other chemicals go inside your body and then they cause damage. Your liver, your lungs, your intestines. There's actually somebody that was sent to the hospital because they ate fufu at a local restaurant that was made with some of these chemicals. I wish what I was just doing is just talking out of my head. But no, Punch newspapers actually did a documentary that exposed some of these things. So it means that it's real and that it's happening.
Now, he called on the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, to take action. But when contacted, NAFDAC told our correspondent that the agency does not regulate unpackaged foods. The agency said the responsibility lies within a department at the state ministries of health. As you may know, food safety is a fundamental right of every Nigerian, and it is the responsibility of regulatory agencies to ensure that what citizens consume meets health and safety standards. Still to come, Rivers Public Schools struggles without Imprest. Stay with us.
No one can enjoy
You're welcome back, and now the rest of the news. The paramount ruler of the Oropotoma Kingdom in Obiakpo local government area, Eze Robinson Jonathan, has condemned a statement credited to some elders from Elelewon alleging that the chairman of Obiakpo Chijoke Ihunwa is encroaching on their land. Addressing journalists in his palace, Eze Jonathan described the allegations as false and misleading. He said the land was acquired by the River State government many years ago and that the Ngwomati family was not the sole owner.
What the Ngwomati family have alleged is fallacy because they are not the only people that own land in Eku Mbakere / Eku Miniba here in Elelewon. There's other families that own land in Eku Miniba and Eku Mbakere. The land was acquired by River State government under the normal law, compulsory acquisition, 2004. That land was not acquired by local government. So Chijoke have not dived into the land. It's not a land grabber.
He also commended the chairman of Obiakpo local government area, Chijoke Ihunwa, for taking actions to stop illicit activities on the land.
It was by privilege that the governor of River State, His Excellency Sim Fubara, that directed the Obiakpo local government chairman to oversee the clearing and the grading of that land acquired by the River State government because of the numerous social vices like killings, kidnappings that have been arisen from that particular River State land. He has come for a rescue mission to save Nigerians, to save Rivers people from being kidnapped and being killed in that particular forest. The forests have been disvalued and a lot of activities have been going on by the purposes of international market. They are on site.
Eze Robinson Jonathan further stated that apart from the Ehuahu land, the River State government has acquired other lands within Elelewon community with compensation duly paid to community people. Today is Mother Tongue Day, and a senior lecturer from the Department of English Studies, University of Port Harcourt, Uniport, Ene Igbifa, says he is sad that the Constitution is not translated into any of the 3 dominant languages in Nigeria. Celebrating this day helps raise awareness about preserving linguistic heritage, promoting communication, and ensuring quality education for all. In an interview with our correspondent, Mr. Igbifa encouraged Nigerians to speak and express creativity in their mother language to preserve it from going into extinction.
We need teachers in those languages, and we also full commitment on the part of government towards encouraging those languages, which will encourage research in those languages. There's an Institute of Nigerian Languages. These institutions ought to be encouraged, proper funding. motivate people, encourage people to carry out research into these languages to find out how we can serve them and keep them going.
Now, the theme for this year's Mother Tongue Day is Languages Matter, Silver Jubilee Celebration of International Mother Language Day. Away from that, principals and head teachers of public schools in River State are still running their schools without Imprest. And Imprest is a fund allocated for small routine expenses. Some public schools principals told our correspondent that the last time their schools received Imprest from the River State Ministry of Education was during the 2019/2020 academic session. As you may know, the River State government currently operates a free education policy. However, in the past, reports emerged of some principals and head teachers collecting money from pupils to cover essential school expenses due to lack of Imprest. Some of them were caught and disciplined by the State Ministry of Education. Speaking on this, the chairman of the Nigerian Union of Teachers in River State, Collins Echibu, said some public schools administrators pay from their personal pockets during emergency cases. He said the Imprest will ensure the smooth running of schools.
Toilets need to be washed. There are some broken sinks and all that. Fields need to be cut. There was a school the other day. A child fainted and the child was taken to the hospital. The principal has to put the bills. At times, WAEC will ask the teachers, the principal, to submit the continuous assessment of these students. How do you submit it through online? How do they get the money to send this information through online?
The River State Ministry of Education is yet to speak on this. In other news, Simforest Limited, an indigenous IT firm, has developed an online platform called Teachers Hub dedicated to the continuous growth and development of teachers at every stage of their careers. The platform was officially launched on Tuesday, the 18th of February 2025, during the third edition of the Compulsory Teachers Training Program on Educational Technology Adoption held at the Rumuokwuta Girls Secondary School in Port Harcourt. It was in collaboration with the River State Ministry of Education and the River State chapter of the National Association of Proprietors of Private Schools, NAPS. The River State Commissioner for Education, Obi Chukwuma, spoke during the launch.
The format is that today we are having a digital platform where teachers can easily access training in the comfort of their home, in the comfort of their classroom, at a very minimal cost. And what are we doing? We are in a digital age. And this digital age is an age where if you are not connected, you will be left behind. AI is coming fastly. And if you follow that, very soon you will find yourself, you will lack means of livelihood.
Dr. Chukwuma said the Ministry of Education will onboard teachers in schools onto the Teachers Hub platform to enhance interactivity among teachers, administrators, and policymakers in both public and private schools. The chairman of the National Association of Proprietors of Private Schools in River State, Sunday Adafe Jaja, highlighted the importance of equipping teachers with ICT skills.
There will be a follow-up program where every teacher will be onboarded on the platform where you can access learning through your phone or your laptop or any electronic device in your school. The reason why we are doing this is to make sure that when the ITC will be fully implemented, some of us will not be obsolete in our profession. Right now, WAEC will soon go to CBT. By the time WAEC go to CBT, so many schools will close down.
Dr. Ella Gogo from Simforest Limited explained the reason for designing Teachers Hub, while one of the leading facilitators, a professor of educational technology at the University of Port Harcourt, Esther Fomsi, spoke on the importance of digital literacy among teachers.
The digital platform that helps you design, plan, and assess learning. It provides you with a central interactive environment to track, manage, and deliver learning. It means you can upload and organize courses in different media formats, so it allows for multimedia integration. AI is just simply computers that do what you're supposed to do. So whenever you hear people talk about AI, I don't think it's one complex, very complex technology. We're just telling you about computers that have been programmed so that they can just do the basic tasks that you as a human would do. So one ethical consideration is never use it to replace your expertise.
Former military head of state Ibrahim Babangida on Thursday expressed regret over the annulment of the June 12, 1993 presidential election, acknowledging that the candidate of the Social Democratic Party MKO, Abiola, won the poll. He described the annulment of the election as an accident of history. We go on another short commercial break. When we come back, we'll wrap up the news.
Parents can give to their children is education. Proving emphasis on quality education is what places Trinitate School
operations in the occupied West Bank be intensified. after 3 parked buses exploded in Bat Yam near Tel Aviv without casualties. Israeli media reports that Prime Minister Netanyahu has made new demands in talks with Hamas on phase 2 of the Gaza ceasefire. On the news this morning, you heard police say they are investigating the twin explosion in 2 flow stations off Bonny Coast, Rivers State. Farmers in Eche have defended their use of detergent for fufu production. Rivers Public Schools say they struggle without impressed. On the foreign scene, Israel has intensified its attack in the West Bank. The news was edited by Chioma Esewafo. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808-721-7215. I am Ichuku Mwanyali. Many thanks for listening.
Niger Delta Youths, hope is still alive. The holistic opportunity